Hallo ihr Lieben, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video. Jetzt geht es um eine Reihe Founder Talk und heute spreche ich mit Sharir. Sie hat nämlich ein ganz inspirierendes Startup mit noch ein paar anderen Leuten gegründet. Es geht um häusliche Gewalt. Wie bekämpft man häusliche Gewalt? Sie hat nämlich bei einem Hackathon letztes Jahr zweiten Platz, also es ging auf dem Hackathon um Lösungen, wie man eben häusliche Gewalt bekämpft, hat sie den zweiten Platz mit ihrem Startup gewonnen. Und ja, ich spreche mit ihr über ihren Werdegang, über das Startup natürlich, über wie sie überhaupt zu dieser Problematik kam. Das ist nämlich sehr interessant. Auch wir haben zur selben Zeit sind wir auf dieses Thema aufmerksam geworden, also sehr stark auf das Thema aufmerksam geworden in Israel. Im Jahr 2020 wurden nämlich 26 Frauen Opfer, also wurden umgebracht von ihren Partnern oder Ehemännern. Und damals gab es große Proteste hier in Israel, weil man gesagt hat, man muss etwas tun. Dazu muss man sagen, Israel ist am unteren Ende unter den liberalen Demokratien prozentual, was häusliche Gewalt angeht. Nichtsdestotrotz waren das natürlich 2020 26 Frauen zu viel. Im Jahr 2021 waren es 20 Frauen, die ermordet wurden. Und wie sie mit ihrem Startup dieses Problem bekämpft, darüber spreche ich mit ihr. Viel Spaß beim Zuschauen. So Lee, I mean, obviously the viewers don't know you yet, but we'll hear, of course, your story about your startup and everything.
Sure.
But let's start from the beginning. I like to understand a little bit when I talk to other people on podcasts or video. I think when you go back to the childhood or school time or university time, you a little bit understand what was the passion, and it's always like it's not exactly the same what you're doing now usually, but it's some kind of like a chain, like of some abilities, passion and stuff like that. So did you have, when you were little, you had some kind of like a dream what you wanted to be?
Oh, I don't think that I had a big dream, but I used to dance ballet for a lot of years, like for 12 years or so.
Wow.
And I was very curious about a lot of topics, so I stopped because I felt like if I continue, I need to be professional and go to a special school. And I thought to myself, oh my God, but I have so many things that I want to check. So I really focused in the ballet when I was really young. But after that, I discovered that I'm a really curious person. So I wanted to check a lot of areas and to learn. And I really love to read a lot of books. So I had a lot of ideas, but not actually a really big dream about my career. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting, because I didn't like kind of half professional, but also then for a long time, and I understand that passion. I think it's but it's also like being on stage, right? This is what I also enjoyed like so much, like being on stage, like to give some kind of like a nice feeling to the viewers, because they watch, if it's like, doesn't matter if it's like dance or music or theater, you know, you make some kind of pleasure for other people, right?
Yeah, and you need to practice a lot.
Yeah,
so it makes you be very great in really young age, because you need to practice and
That's true. That's true. So also, I find it very interesting, like what people write about themselves, like on social media.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. I think the trend is now, especially on LinkedIn, the trend is going, at least in Germany, I don't know, like in Israel less, that you don't write anymore like I'm the founder of, even though I still have it, but some kind of like other descriptions.
Okay.
But you have it also like underneath like your title, you have a description, and it says dreamer, doer, self-motivated impact entrepreneur, passionate about using technology for good.
Yeah.
And I mean, first of all, like it really spoke to me because I totally feel you. And when did you realize, because I mean in our life we, you know, when we're studying in university, we think we're this kind of person, right? When we start like working, we think we're this kind of person. Did you realize like very early that you are this passionate, you know, self-motivated impact entrepreneur and a doer? Or you only realized it now when you already had your startup or you started working on your startup?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I don't think that one day I realized it, but I actually wrote this sentence just, 3 weeks ago. So I really sat down to think who I am. And I think that the moment I realized I need to do a work in impact field was the moment I finished my army. I was an officer in the intelligence corps of the IDF. And I felt like it was the most amazing job I ever had, because you feel the impact every day. And when I finished and I tried to look for a new job, I understood that I can't work in any company that's doing even good stuff, but not a real impact like I feel that impact should be. And I felt like, oh my God, I need a job that I feel every day the impact, or even that I know I can make an impact. So it wasn't easy. And even now when I'm looking outside, I feel like there are still not a lot of works or jobs that you feel you can do a real impact. And I always knew that I need to be independent because it's more like me. So, you know, it's very natural for me to establish my own business, my own startup, and to try to do it with impact.
Yeah. And also like the combination, I find it like very, you know, very, how do you call it? Like understandable. The dreamer and the doer. But I think for many people, like for me, it's totally the same. Like you can be a dreamer and still be the doer, you know? But for many people, I think it's like a dreamer is like someone who's just like dreaming all day. And but I think like also to be an entrepreneur and to be a doer, you also have to have kind of like visions and dreams. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I can just sit down and imagine a vision, a clear vision of like 1 year, but then, okay, I'm here now, what I need to do in order to get there.
Yeah, totally. I totally understand. So you spoke already about your army service. How did you experience like in your school time, but also like in the Israeli Defense Forces? Because I mean, in terms of innovation, I know that Israel. I mean, I haven't been in school in the army here, unfortunately, but my kids are now in school, and I see that they're trying, like, you know, to bring them robotics and all kind of like computer, all kind of like cool stuff. How did you experience like your experience there, especially in the intelligence? I know that they are trying to push, you know, the soldiers to do something in area of innovation. Did you experience that, or was it?
I don't think that I really experienced that, but it was very open-minded and life-changing for me, the experience of the intelligence corps. I mean, I felt like it was a mistake. Like I wasn't supposed to be there because everyone was so smart, and I didn't feel like this. But it changed me. It changed me a lot. It made me very confident. It made me feel like I can do impact. I don't know if I realized the innovation things when I was an officer, but I feel like it changed my life, literally. Yeah.
And in school, like in school times, how was it back then? Like, did they focus on the area of innovation? Did they try to empower the
I don't think so. I mean, I remember I actually learned in high school that it's like a manufacture. They all the time make laugh of it, that only your grades are important in this high school. So I didn't feel like they doing anything special for us, but it was good for me. I mean, the grades and the environment of successful people. I feel like it's good. I mean, I don't feel like you always need to focus on innovation. You have the afternoon for that sometimes. And I don't feel like actually the school must do that kind of activities if you have the opportunity to combine it in other ways. I didn't feel like it was very important for me as a kid, but I feel like today it's more important, because today there are a lot of options, and today if you're not practiced before the army, you may not have the chance to go to some roles in the army. So, you know, I feel like I was in the middle of period that it wasn't that important, but now it's more.
It's more.
Yeah.
But how, like, so which environment was it, the army or maybe like university or maybe afterwards? I mean, the whole you know, like startup spirit in Israel is very special, and I think that this open-mindedness maybe, or this network and many other things, that, or this impact, I think it plays a big role, this, you know, tikkun olam and everything, that people are trying at least to make this world a better place, like in terms of technology also. Where do you remember, like, when it was this thought, like, oh yeah, like I want to do a startup? I mean, it's not, in Israel it's more obvious, you know, because you say like every second person has a startup. But like in Germany, for example, you know, like you don't come up with of course I'm starting a startup, you know.
Okay, so for me it wasn't like this at all. I really didn't want to start a startup. Really? Yeah, I always saw myself as independent, but not as a startup. I wanted to start maybe a business, not something like this. Startup is more intensive. And so it just started. I mean, I couldn't control it. I mean, I was participating in hackathon. And the things just get rolled from there. And now I'm very happy with my choice. But it wasn't like this. I mean, I didn't come one morning and said, okay, I wanted to start a startup. Yeah.
But you said, like, for example, the hackathon, which is kind of also the environment, like, somehow like pushed you. So
So I think there is a really good ecosystem here, that there are a lot of hackathons. And I just came back from Spain, so a lot of time when I said, okay, I started my startup after a hackathon, they didn't know what is hackathon. A lot of people, I mean, not everyone. So I feel like here it's something very common, and a lot of people even know, you know, all the different kind of activities they can participate in order to do innovation, to take part.
Right. Wow. So of course, I mean, unfortunately, also your startup has to do with women. We'll talk about it in a minute. But also, of course, it's a big topic to be a founder and a woman. I know that from my side, but you know, being an entrepreneur and a woman, it's not easy. It's connected with a lot of biases and all of that. And even though Israel is a very European country in this sense, also in the political, economical structure, but of course we have more or less similar numbers in Europe and in Israel regarding founders, female founders, and everything like that. Did you experience this biases when you maybe in the hackathon, maybe afterwards as a female founder?
So I feel like in the impact field, this is more common to have women. So it's funny, but you can even in the startups area, see the differences between, cybersecurity and impact, for example, or fintech.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I feel very comfortable to do an impact startup because I feel like there are more women in it. And I didn't feel like any bias yet, but I didn't go to investors yet, so I don't know how it will be. I can feel that a lot of people can be confused if I'm the CEO or my partner is the CEO, but I think that in the minute I start to talk, they realize that I'm the CEO and he's the CTO, and it's fine. But when you just enter a room and you and him together, I think that they not sure who is in charge. Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, I don't feel like it's a huge bias. I feel like it's natural. Not because he's a man and I'm the woman. Because
the society.
Yeah, because the society. And I felt like before I had a lot of biases regarding the positions in the army, for example, but I didn't realize it in the same time. I realized it just after that. I participated in NGO that calls Pro Women in Israel. And then I exposed to the biases and I exposed to the differences between men and women. And I think the awareness really important for men and for women to know the biases and then to act.
Right.
Yeah,
I totally understand. That's also how I actually only started actively also realizing all the biases even later when I not even when I started being an entrepreneur. I saw those biases, but I didn't realize them as kind of that I need to do something about it. It was kind of you see natural because this is how you grow up and if society treats women. I was much more aware of it when I had kids, and it was much worse. And then I said listen guys, this is not the right way to talk to women. When when I went on a business trip for first time alone, without even a baby, someone said, oh, how's gonna your husband stay with the kids? I said, where's the problem? He's going on a business trip, I'm staying with the kids. I'm going on a business trip, he's staying with the kids. No, but he's not a mother,
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's, I understand when I'm when you're breastfeeding and stuff like that. But in general, it's, and I understood also how much, how important it is also that you have to start very early. We really talk to the kids about that.
Yeah.
We say, oh, some people think women are this and that, but of course it's not. And they say, oh, of course not true. They already, answer. But it's so important, especially the boys, to educate the boys, to be.
I think this is the point. I mean, I feel like I need to make conversations with my partner, with my father, in order to make them understand the differences. I mean, I don't feel like I need to shout and to make a mess. I think that I need to talk with them and to explain the differences and to explain how it's going on in real world, because they don't know. I asked them and they even not notice to the differences. They can't understand it. You need to talk and you need to show the data in order to make them understand it. Just together we can make a difference.
Very interesting. You also worked in before starting your startup, you worked in this Smart City Institute. Did that experience also help you in your personal professional growth, and if so, how?
Yeah, sure. I mean, even from the English side, I practiced a lot. I met a lot of people from Europe, from United States. I mean, I feel like it was really a good career change for my side. And Edna is the CEO and the chairperson of the ISKI, the Israeli Smart Cities Institute. She's really supporting. So she opened doors for me. She's like a mentor in every step I do in my business. And I feel like it's very important before you establish your own business to learn from person that already did so. She has the business for almost 45 years. So I think that it was really important for me to learn from her way. And she was a mentor for me, so mentoring is the most important thing in the beginning.
Absolutely. I also think that you know, having people who kind of like believe in you and see your potential. Do you have any other like mentors that
I feel like my father really affect my career choices. My father is a CEO of an insurance company. And he's really pushed me all the time to do big decisions in my career, in my financial state, everything in really young age. So I feel like he's a life mentor for me.
That's cool. That's amazing. So let's talk now about, I mean, unfortunately a sad topic, but something that this is why we're here. This is why you started your startup. You want to make a change. How did you get familiar with the topic of domestic violence? I mean, I of course, you're always aware of it, kind of, and you know, you hear it here and there, you know about it. I was like shocked. Even though the numbers relatively in Israel, I learned that they're quite low, compared to the Western world. But still, of course, every domestic violence is one just too much. It's totally unacceptable. When they had 2020, I think, right? We had 2020. We had like highest number of women killed in domestic violence, and there were like protests in Israel with the red shoe, and I also posted about that, and it was like so heartbreaking and shocking that really like we need to do more in this term. How did you come up with this topic?
You actually pinpoint the moment I chose to do something. Really? Because when all the protests were, I felt like I need to do something, but I'm not the kind of person that going out to protest, because I feel like I need to do something more. So in this time, for Michal Sela, named on the late Michal Sela, published the hackathon, and I registered and participated in the hackathon.
You had already an idea, or you just said, I'm just going to the hackathon? I just said
I need to do something.
Okay.
And then I went to one group that already had an idea, and we just started to develop it together, and we won the second place in the hackathon. And you know, hackathon, you go for fun. Most of the times you don't want to establish a company after that. And I felt like, okay, I don't want just to throw it and to feel, okay, that's all, it was cool, it was nice, but we're done. And I really get close to Lily Ben-Ami, Michal's sister, that established the Forum Michal Sela, the NGO. And I mean, her energy is really amazing. She can convince anyone to do anything she wants. And she told me, listen, if Michal had this app, this technology, she was alive. She's alive today. And I felt like, okay, so I need to do it. This is my mission now. I need to do so. And I don't know if you knew, but Michal, that was murdered by her husband in her house in front of her baby's eyes. She was dying for 17 hours, just a few steps away from her cell phone. So she couldn't get it and call for help, you know? So when I heard this fact, I was shocked, because she could be alive, you know? If she just can get to her phone and make a call. So this is the moment that we established Safe and Sound. It's actually a voice technology that allows you to call for help from any situation you're dealing with. You just need to define a code word like help me and to shout it, and then the phone will automatically make any sequence like send location in SMS, or make a call, or record a situation, or
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so how does this technology work? Like you have to, like a woman, let's say, is experiencing domestic violence.
Yeah.
So she has to program it in advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can have it in an app, or the technology that we can implement in other apps. And you have a special option to install it in an anonymous way, and it looks like another app. So no one knows that it's installed in your phone. In cases of domestic violence, it's really important because we are working with more populations, like elderly, like people that disconnected from the society, like women and prostitute. We have a lot of populations that we are currently working with. But for the domestic violence situations, we have this special option of anonymous installation. Yeah.
Okay, and so, but how? I know that like many women, or that's what I heard. Many women don't realize, or they don't feel that they are in a situation of domestic violence.
Yeah.
So how can you help there?
I mean, it's complicated because for now we are working with the Israeli Ministry of Welfare to implement the app for the known women. Yeah, and of course we want to get everyone, but I feel like it will take some time. I mean, all the marketing won't be for women in domestic violence relationship. It will be general. I mean, why you not install it for your kid's cell phone? I mean, you just can install it and leave it. It's not a big deal. It's very simple. It's very quick. You have it just in case.
But you have to. You said like you have to say in advance like what is the code word.
Yeah.
So like if I say like help, it sends like an emergency call or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So the next step would be probably like you want to also have that code like that you choose the code word. Like what if like a child doesn't install, or the woman didn't install the code word?
Oh no, they need to predefine all the. Yeah, you need to install the app and then to record the word.
The voice.
Because our model will recognize your own voice. So if I will shout "help me" next to your cell phone, it won't activate it. We want the model will recognize you. We don't want that, if you by mistake go in the street and someone. We don't want it to be something like this.
Okay, very cool.
So you need to be active, but I feel like by all the interviews we did, it's very important to take control on your life. And when you install it and choose what will happen when you say the code words, you take some control in your life because you choose what you'll do, what's gonna happen. And we have a chatbot in the app that you can talk with. In this stage, it's only for information. You can ask, where can I get help?
So this is also extremely important.
But in the future, we want the chatbot will make a conversation with you and can help you even and encourage you to go and get some help.
Wow.
Wow,
amazing. So you said, I don't know if it still is like relevant for now, but you said you didn't go to investors yet, so you're currently like looking for for investment?
Yes, so actually this is the first time we're trying to looking for investors, but not like really round. We go for angels now, or for people to support us, because we got a grant from the JDC and the Israeli and the Israeli Ministry of Welfare. So we are bootstrapped for now, and we can do it for a little more time. But we're currently looking for some angels or investors that not only give us money, that can support us and open doors for us. We want people.
Is it hard in this? Like you said, it's a very new field of impact technology. Is it harder in the impact technology?
Definitely, because they're looking into the business model like more in details. Because unfortunately, we need to work also with governments, and we want to work also with businesses that care about their employees. But I feel like the impact is not really known field yet. And this is why I chose to start with grants and not to go to investors and say just believe in us. I want to have the POC.
A new field, impact investment. Like we have like green investment, in green technology. So maybe it's will be like a new field. And maybe last question, you went to Spain, you said, and you spent there like a few weeks, like talking to Madrid, right?
Madrid and Murcia.
Okay, like talking to the municipalities, trying. So can you tell like few sentences about the project?
Sure. We are looking for design partners now. So in Israel we have quite a lot of design partners because it's a small ecosystem and everyone knows everyone. But now we're looking for design partners in Europe. So we really want to implement a pilot project. We had an opportunity in Spain, but we are very open-minded to, in generally to Europe. So we go there, we presented the app, and now we need to see what will happen.
But what, like with the municipality, how would it work then, like the cooperation?
So in the municipality, they can suggest the services for people they know that in need. Like in Israel, we're working with 3 or 4 municipalities already. That implement the app for people they know and that they want to let them to use this technology. Like elder people that lives alone in their house, and if they fall, they can even get to the bottom, and they can't call for help, for example, or women in prostitute that go for at nights, and they need to call for help if something happen. We have a lot of examples.
Women and so on. So basically, the municipality buys your technology and then provides for free for people in their city that they know, like women in domestic violence and people that need help, and that they know, and they provide them like with the technology for free then, right? Okay, definitely. So this is the kind of like the project with the municipality.
And we have a lot of connections with the security companies that want to, they install push button for emergencies, but now we have the app, so the people can be protected all the time, not only in front of their door house. So
that's very smart with the voice.
And one college from other country just sent us a message that they want to support their students because the college is huge and the female students go alone from the class to the dorm rooms at nights, so they want to give them the app. So we have a lot of corporations. I mean, even business companies that want to support their employees during work, to bring them and their kids, for example, the app. There are a lot of possibilities. We really just need the design partners who we can do a pilot project with now, because they need to be very passionate about this product in order to support us.
Amazing. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Jenny.
Very exciting.
Thank you so much.
And I wish you all the luck that you'll succeed also in the European market, in the Israeli market, and US, and yeah, hopefully there will be, some amazing investors that will support also your
Thank you so
cause.
much. Thank you for the opportunity.